Hi and welcome to Polly Puts the Colour On. So glad that you're joining me today. So in this video I'm going to be sharing all the colouring things that I bought in the month of May. Now by no means am I saying that you need to buy any of the things that I've bought. I'm not trying to show off or anything. It's just that I like watching people's haul videos and seeing what they've bought, whether it's things that I already have or new things that maybe I've not seen before. So I thought it'd be nice to share with all of you the things that I've bought, because maybe you might see something that you haven't seen before. So let me just move some of the things out of the way a little bit and then we can get into it. So to start with, I thought I'd share the things that I've purchased from the works. I have done a separate video on these if you want to see them in a bit more detail. So these are alcohol markers. There's 24 for £17. They've got a broad tip and a fine tip, and one of them is a colourless blender. So there is only really 23 colours. So there you can see the nib on the colourless blender and the chisel tip. They are pretty good pens. They're quite nice colours. Let me find the swatch for them. So this is the swatch for those alcohol markers. See, they're very nice and bold and vibrant. The pastel colours are definitely not pastels, but they are pretty nice pens. Although, as you'll find in a minute, I'm going to share a set of decotime ones that I purchased from B&M that actually I think work out far better value than these ones. I do like though that these come in a little tub, little container with a fasten and a handle, so they would make a nice present for somebody. So let me move those out of the way. And then these ones are some metallic pens, 6 in a pack for £3. They are quite nice colours. The only thing I found with these, I managed to get them relatively smooth there. You need to be really careful when you're using them on pictures. If you're using it, not like a super, when I say wide area, I don't mean like a massive section, but even like a relatively smallish area, you can see the marks. We can't get the smoothest finish, so I think I need to try and stick to using these just like maybe dots here and there, just little accents, things like that, so that they don't so that you don't need to see the patterns on them. But they don't particularly go through. This isn't particularly thick paper and they've not gone through, so for the price they're not too bad. Don't know whether I would bother rebuying them once I've used them up, but we'll see how long they last. I mean, if they last a while, then maybe I'd learn to love them a bit more. Maybe I would rebuy them, but I'm not convinced I would at the minute. But for the price, they were kind of worth a try. So I'll stick with supplies at the minute. So the other supplies that I kind of bought were some decotime products. So I've just got the empty packets here. I'll show you them kind of stacked up. So I bought the 10 glitter twin markers in kind of purples, blues, greens for £5. It says they're water-based markers. Now these ones are these colours here. And again, it's not thick paper, but as you can see, especially on the ones that are a bit more juicy, I think, I need to be careful. As much as they say that they're water-based, I think I need to be careful on what books I use these in, maybe stick to using them in single-sided books. But they are pretty colours and they've got a nice shine to them. So as you can see, I bought that set with the green, blue and purple. And I bought a set with like reds, oranges, pinky colours in. Again, £5 for the 10, and they do come in this little tray that stacks up, so that you can kind of buy little sets and kind of build your collection as you go, which is quite nice. And then I've bought a metallic set, which you can see the colours of there. Again, they were £5 for the 10, and again it says they're water based. They've not gone through quite as much. You see some colours are a bit juicier than others, but there is definitely shadow in there, so I need to either make sure I use them in books with thicker paper or single-sided books. So that's something to note if you're thinking of buying these. And all of these pens come with a brush tip and a fine tip, which is quite nice, so that you can, you know, use them in larger areas if you're wanting to. And then I got this set, again, decotime, £12 for 36. There's 12 alcohol markers, 12 glitter ones, and 12 metallics. And those colours are here. As you can see, I tried out the fine tip over there on the metallic ones, as well as the brush tip. Got the glitter ones there, and then the alcohol markers. Now, I did also buy a different set of, well, it's the same pens, but in different packaging, of alcohol markers, which is why some of the colours, you might see, I've put a little dot by them. So these are colours that I've now got duplicates of. There's only a couple, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I'm counting right. And to be honest, they're colours that I'd probably use quite a bit anyway, so I don't mind having extras of those. Obviously they have gone through, but they're alcohol markers there, so that was to be expected. Again, came in the nice tray so that it can stack up. So I've got them just off to the side on my desk, and they do, you can see there, they've got the little bumps up, and on the reverse on the other tray, they've got the empty dots, so you can clip them, and you can also turn them to stand them there. So you can see I've got metallic ones, glitter, alcohol markers, metallic, and then the 2 sets of the glittery ones there. So I do quite like I could turn them up to stand them up if I was wanting to, but as it is, they're kind of living off to the back of my desk like this, and then I've got a picture frame that's actually balanced on top of them, so it is making quite good space, quite good use of the space on my desk, so I'm quite pleased with these, especially the alcohol markers, because it's my first alcohol markers that have got brush tips. So sticking with the B&M kind of products that I bought, I got this set of the decotime alcohol markers. They were only £15 for 40, which is why earlier I said, actually, I'm not sure. I thought at the time when I bought them, I thought, actually, this isn't bad value. You know, that much for 24p in a nice case, not terrible. But actually, for 40 alcohol markers, it's only £15. So you're getting far more markers for less money, and they've got brush tip and a fine tip, and they do come in a nice little case with a fasten, and then you can flip open, and the pens, it's not like when you open them all the pens drop out. They're relatively securely in, but not impossible to pop out. So these do also have the numbers on the ends, and they have got nice brush tip one ends and a nice fine tip, and as you can hopefully hear, the lids do click on nice and securely. So we've got the colour swatches here, so I did them in 2 halves because I thought then that might make it easier for me to find them, because when I first opened it up, didn't realise that there was numbers on the pens, which is why I've numbered 1 to 20 there and 21 to 40 that side. Then as I started swatching them, I noticed that on the end it has got the number, but obviously when they're in the case, I can't actually see what numbers on the end because obviously it's hidden. So I think actually having them numbered 1 to 20 at least narrows it down for me whereabouts in the container that I need to look for them. So the colours that I've got duplicates on, again, I've put a little dot on there just so that I know that I have got a spare one. But there's a really, really nice range of colours. And what I quite like with these is you've got some really nice dark colours, but you have got some light ones like there. It looks as if there isn't anything been swatched because it's such a pale pink, which actually might hopefully work quite well with blending some others together or having a nice highlight colour. And again, really, really nice light colour there. So they're not all just super bright, vibrant, like a lot of the Works ones were. I think this is actually a really nice colour palette. If you were wanting to start with alcohol markers and you weren't sure if you were going to like them, if you can pick these up, I'd say get these, because for £15 and their brush tips, which normally, you know, they're far more expensive, the brush tips, which is why I've never had brush tip alcohol markers before. Always gone for the cheaper fine tip and the chisel tip. So really, really happy to have these. And because these are the same pens as goes in this set, as I maybe use up some of these glitter ones and metallic ones, if I don't want to replace them, I could always move some of the pens out of here into this storage if I was wanting to. Although I might keep it, not that we go away all that often, like for the weekend, but I might keep it in the tin so that if we were going somewhere for the weekend and staying overnight, I can maybe pop these in the car. They're not going to take up too much space. They're in a nice sturdy container, so I've not got to worry about them you know, leaking everywhere or anything. So really, really pleased with these. Now, I believe Decotime you can purchase other places as well. Obviously, anything that I can, I will include an Amazon affiliate link down in the video description below. If you purchase via those links, it won't cost you anything extra, but it will help to support the channel. So let me just move those out of the way. And then I've got these videos, which I have got these pencils, which I have got a video up where I've swatched them. So as you can see here, there's a really nice range of colours. I actually used this colour recently on the Eerie double page spread that I showed in my completed page video. Used it for Belle's skin. She used a much lighter layer, but I was really pleased with how that worked for the skin. I mean, there's not a huge amount of skin on that character in that page, but it worked really nicely because I'm not confident at doing portraits or really characters full stop. So I'm really pleased with those. As you can see, they're just a very standard looking pencil compared to the Caran d'Ache Supracolor 2 softs that again are water soluble. They're pretty similar. I mean, when you look at the writing, obviously you can tell that it's different, but they are both pretty similar. They've both got the same, paintbrush on. Obviously both the same Caran d'Ache. This one is thinner and obviously it hasn't got the coating on the end, but they are an awful lot cheaper than their Supracolor 2s. I only got a handful of those that I bought open stock because they're really nice pencils, but they're really quite expensive. And I found this pack of 18 on offer in like a discount kind of clearance store. I think I paid £7 for them, which for 18 pencils by Caran d'Ache I thought was an absolute bargain. So I'm really pleased to have these in my collection. I can see they're going to get a lot of use because I do really like kind of basing my pages with kind of water-based markers or Inktense or watercolour pencils, just to speed things up a bit. So really happy with those. So that's kind of all of the supplies that I've got to share with you. And then we get to this massive stack of books. So I'll just kind of work through them one at a time. I'm not going to do a full flip through because I think pretty much all of them have got a dedicated flip through on the channel. If it's not out yet, it will be coming out. And then the few that I haven't done videos on, that's because they were bought secondhand and they've got a little bit of colouring in. So I've got quite a few cute and cozy books because my husband treated me when started the YouTube channel. He was helping with editing the videos, getting everything set up, and he went poking about on YouTube and he was like, oh, lots of people do this cute and comfy colouring. You don't do that. Do you want some of the books? I was like, well, I'm not going to say no. So he just went on and surprised me with a load of them. So I have got a page picked out in this one for June, which the tab has helpfully fallen off. So I won't do a full flip through. I can't find which page it was now. That's annoying. There was a cute, I think it was like a tea party in a garden that I was going to do on this one. But they are all absolutely adorable. And if there's any of the books that I'm about to show you that you'd like to do a buddy colour with me on, maybe not, anytime soon. It might be if you've got a lot of buddy colours lined up, maybe you want to do it later on in the year. But then that's absolutely fine with me. Drop me a comment below, get in touch with me on Instagram. It would be lovely to hear from you. So that's Fuzzy Hugo, super cute colouring book by Vivi Tinter. Then I've got two here, the Fuzzy Meowies. So I've got a video for this one where I coloured my very first ever cute and comfy colouring page. So if you're interested in seeing how I did this video, I kind of took you along for the journey. I just based it, did it literally all alcohol markers, didn't go in with any pencil shading, just used a bit of watercolour, bit of white gel pen. Really happy with that. But I do really like in this book that it's, you know, it's different cat takes on different films. We've got Up. Oh, where's Up? There we are, Up with the House with the Balloons. There's a really nice mix of all sorts of different films there. And then we've got Fuzzy Meowies 2, which I haven't coloured in yet. So this is on my list. So you can see at the back, they do give you a couple of bonus pages, which is why you've seen the Little Mermaid one again. In this one, they have got a list in the back where it tells you, obviously you've still got to kind of work out which TV show or film it's on about, because it's kind of cat related names. But if you're looking at the picture and you're like, I don't know what that is, at least you can look in the back and then get an idea of what it is, because some of them I was looking at going, it's a nice picture, but I don't know what this is from. I do really like that Maleficent one. I think that was really cool. So there's a really nice mix. There was Spider Pig there I've just gone past. And my daughter recognised that one, even though she's never even seen the Simpsons film. So that one's really cute. Do you need to get colouring in that one? So especially if you want to do a buddy colour in this one, please get in touch. Then I've got this one here by Coco Wyo, The Little Cat. It's quite a new one by Coco Wyo, and it's just absolutely adorable. I love cats. I've got 3 pet cats of my own, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Garfield with just some of the things that this cat gets up to, because there is some pages where he is eyeing up. There's a page where he's eyeing up a burger, just generally getting up to lots of mischief in here. I do like that one as well, with the capybaras in. I can see me colouring that one. I mean, to be fair, I can see myself colouring all of the pages in here because they're just all so cute. And I really like this page at the start where it's got all the little kind of motifs. So I could do, you know, one a night if I was wanting to. And they've got a nice colour test page at the front. So there's that one there by Coco Wyo. Then I've got a Southern Lotus one, Fantasyland. And the only bit I've coloured so far in this one is this Book Belongs To page that was coloured completely with the Works products. So I used those metallic pens and those alcohol markers and then just some white gel pen. So there you can see what I was talking about earlier, where I've used the gold round on the frame. I try to be really careful with kind of my pen marks, my brush strokes, I guess, so to speak. But you can, from a distance, it doesn't look too bad. But I think you can see there, like the funny texture it's left. So I think I need to be careful just to use those on smaller areas. But they're quite nice colours for the alcohol markers. So in here, as the name suggests, it's got all sorts of different fantasy images. Oh, there's that dragon again. Really nice mix. A little frog character in there. A little bear. Lots of dragons. I do like that one with the fox. So there's a lovely, nice mix in here. And I do like some of them. It's almost as if the image is going outside of kind of the box. And there again, it's going a bit outside of the box, which is quite nice. And some a little bit more detail, but not super fiddly. If you were careful, you know, you'd still be able to use alcohol markers if you've got a steady hand, or maybe might use gel pens or pencils for the really fiddly bits, because I don't have that steady of a hand. But there's that one by Southern Lotus, Fantasyland. And then I've got one by Jade Summer, Cozy Eras. I must say, I've really been enjoying looking at Jade Summer's Instagram and their YouTube videos, their shorts, where they're showing how they colour in some of their different pages, because they do really cool effects, where they like split the page in half. I think I saw one this morning where they've done like a 3D. It's a page where it's some character watching like a film with like the 3D glasses on. So they split it down the middle and they've done one half kind of reddish tones and then one half bluish tones, and it sounds a bit odd, but it looks amazing. It really goes with the style of the picture. So there's this one. They're going through all sorts of different eras, as the name would suggest. So there's a really nice mix of different things that the characters are getting up to. Coloured that one in this with the Works pens again, and just a bit of white gel pen, and again those metallic pens on kind of the chair arm bits and the headdress there. So again, you can see what I'm meaning about the weird kind of texture. So I think I do need to just be careful on how big of an area I use those on. But yeah, really nice bit. And then, you know, you could copy the cover colours if you wanted onto that one. That's nearly it then for the cute and cozy ones. I think this is the last one then. So this one's Creepy Cutie by Coco Wyo, and it's slightly larger. I'll bring one of these ones back because all the other cute and cozy ones are pretty standard size, aren't they? Is a little bit bigger, but not like hugely bigger, because a lot of the images don't all necessarily fit. Well, I say don't fill the page, and then this one fills the page, but there's some where there is a lot of kind of space around them. So it's really nice. I wouldn't say these are just Halloweeny, because like it suggests, it's, you know, it's Creepy Cutie. So I mean, that one could even be like a Valentine's one. You know, there's just some really cute, like just different kind of scenes in this one. That one's a little bit more detailed, but really cute. So I'm looking forward to colouring a bit more in this one, because the only bit I've done so far is the book belongs to page, and then just the little title page on there. And there's videos for both of those pages. Just used alcohol markers and a few gel pens. So that was a lot of fun to colour. So there's that one in Creepy Cutie. So I do need to get colour in a bit more in that one. And then I bought a couple of Colouring Heaven ones. Bought this dragon one online on their website. And then my husband, when he went into Home Bargains to pick up some bits and pieces, he spotted it on like the newspaper, you know, magazine kind of stand. He spotted this one. He knows that, you know, I love cats. He took a chance on the fact that I didn't have it, and he was quite right. And what I hadn't realised till I started looking through is there is artwork by Karolina Kubikowska, hopefully I'm saying that right, which I was so excited because I don't have any of her books, so I was really excited actually to look through this one. So it has got a few different artists in. There's some that I don't think I would colour the ones in the front of this one, although I do quite like him. I think that one looks really cool. But there's a nice mix. So you have got some Christine Karen ones, and I don't have any of her books, so that could be cool to colour sometime. There's a Mystic Art Mirrors one. Again, I don't have any of theirs, so I'm looking forward to doing that at some point. You know, there's all different star sign kind of cats. And then at the back, see, I can't see me colouring these ones. These are just a bit too busy for me. But at the back, there's quite a few pages by Karolina Kubikowska. So as much as the paperwork's not amazing, I'm really excited to have this, even just for those few pages in the back with her artwork on. I think it's, you know, considering how expensive her books are, quite rightly, because it looks as if they're amazing quality. So I'm quite excited to have all of these pages, page 42 to 48. So there's a few there. So I think that's not bad value, especially when I have got all the other ones as well. And then here we've got the Dragon Special one. So this again has got a few different artists in. Has got RJ Hampson, and I've only got one of his books. I think it's Serendipity. So it's not like I'm getting duplicates in this one from any of his other books because I've only got one. And there is some by Herb Leonhard. At the back, they look really cool. And then we've got the RJ Hampson ones. I'm guessing some of these might be in Serendipity, but not many of them. I really like that one with the flowers around the edge. And then there's that one there with the little mini dragons. That was really cute. And then the ones that I think are just absolutely adorable are these ones by Elizabeth R. Best. So I think he just looks so cute with his little jumper and his scarf on. So I'm hopefully going to do that this winter. Might be a nice space timber one with their planets on. Just look at him. Isn't he cute? So there's some really, really sweet ones. Nice kind of summer holiday kind of one there with bucket and spade. So there's these ones. I'm really looking forward to colouring these ones when I get a chance because they just look adorable. Very different style to the dragons. I think really cute. Kind of look almost like puppyish kind of faces, don't they? They look so cute. So I'm really pleased to have that one. And then I've bought a couple of Stitch ones. So I got this one first, the Ultimate Colouring Book. This one is definitely very much a children's colouring book. Paper's really, really thin. But I have enjoyed colouring a few in this one. Used alcohol markers, and I just sacrificed the picture on the back because I'm not sure how nice this paper would be to use pencils on, to be honest. So I've done a few in that, and I do quite like the pages where it's already got the background bit coloured in, so it really didn't take me long to colour him there in his little deck chair, and I think it looks really cool then with the background already done. So it's a nice kind of mix if you're a big Stitch fan. I think it's like £3 or something currently on Amazon, so not expensive at all. And then we've got this one here, Stitch Wave Your Worries Away colouring book. I haven't coloured in this one yet. I do really need to get colouring in this one. The only downside with this one, there's absolutely adorable artwork in it. But on some of the pages, it's just got little, like, oh, try and do this or try and avoid that. And it's, if you're doing it for a colouring page that, you're wanting to share, put on Instagram or just have something that you're really pleased with, I just think having the writing on there is a bit distracting, isn't it? So I think if I do colour a page that's got this writing in, I'm just going to have to work a way of covering it up, whether I use acrylic markers or something, I'm not sure yet. So I might use alcohol markers on some of the pages because, like, I wouldn't colour this wallpaper page. Having said that, I don't think I'd colour that page there. Do really like this pineapple one though. And on the back, it's not a bad image, but I don't think I'd be that bothered about colouring it. So I might well use alcohol markers and just, sacrifice the image on the back. Because let's face it, I'm never going to colour all of the pictures in here anyway. So there's a really nice mix of Stitch pictures in here. We've got Angel in, we've got Scrump, there's Lilo. So really, really nice. Again, you've got him there on his little deck chair again. So really pleased to have that one. It is quite a thick book. Which I was quite pleased. I wasn't sure. I pre-ordered it, and when it came, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. So I was quite pleased with that. Then I got these 4 from, I think it was World of Books. So 2 of them have unfortunately got a little bit of colouring in, not a load. So I might try at some point do like a fixing this kind of challenge. Try and work a way out of taking what the artist has already started and then making it into something, more kind of my style of colouring. You can see there's like the tiniest little bit done there. But there's some nice pictures in this fill-ins one. An awful lot of like wallpapery kind of busy pages. So I think I might need to, when I do work in this, I might try and do something a bit different. I don't know, collage, washi tapes, something, make it a bit different because some of the style just isn't quite me. Then we've got the vintage postage poster collection. So there's a nice mix in here from newer films right back to some of the much older ones. So if you're a big Disney fan, this is quite a cool one. Again, haven't coloured in this one. Need to get on that. Then we've got a Disney Halloween one that it's got 80 images in. See, my favourite there, Stitch. I do really like so many of the pictures in this one. I'm really pleased to have this one because there's so many with Winnie the Pooh, and he's one of my favourite characters, just adorable. And then, you know, lots of different styles there. We've got the Up House, but it's been made a little bit spooky. So it's really, really cool ones. And some a little bit wallpapery, but not too bad. So I think these would be quite nice. Like I would probably just colour Winnie the Pooh, and I don't think I'd bother colouring the background. I think I'd just keep him nice and bright and just not bother with the background. Maybe I might use alcohol markers depending on what's on the back. Like I wouldn't colour this page. So if I coloured there, I'd use my alcohol markers. But paper doesn't feel too bad, so I might try pencil in that book. Then we've got the magical movie colouring. And I have picked a page, so you can see there, somebody's coloured a page in there, although I don't think that's one that I would ever colour anyway. So it's quite a sketchy style in this one, so it's a little bit different. Have picked a page out. I'm hoping to colour this one in June, so you'll have to check back on my next completed pages, see if I get to it. I do really like, there's quite a few really sweet ones with a few characters in. Again, nice range of films, from the older ones, from the newer ones, so that's cool. And then the last thing I've got to share with you is a book that I bought off Vinted, which I've only ever bought clothes off Vinted before, and then I just thought, hang on a minute, what else is on there? So I just went searching for colouring books, just kind of was looking at what was cheapest, and found this book. Now I think I've got two by Maria Trolle. I've got Universum, and then I've got Shooting Star, because I do really like her books, and I do love that they're hardback, but there's so many other ones that it's like, oh, I don't want to collect all of those, because to be honest, I'm not sure I'd have room. And then with having Universum, obviously that's got lots of pages in from the other ones, but when I saw this, I thought, oh, that's a bargain. I think including postage, I think I paid like £4, and the only bit that's been coloured in is that bit there. That's literally it. And I don't think this is a page I would necessarily colour, but I think I probably will colour this page just so that I can try and challenge myself to make that kind of fit in with the rest of it. Might keep those the same and maybe shade over with a pencil, use some gel pens or something, acrylic markers maybe. Might do something there to kind of make it a bit less bright, but literally all the rest of the book is absolutely fine. So I think for £4, I'm really pleased to have this book in my collection. So I did watch a flip through just to check that there were some pages in here that I didn't already have in Universum, and there was quite a few that I thought, oh, I really like, and it's not, then they're not already, in my other copy of Universum. So really, really pleased to have this. It didn't arrive in the best packaging. It's got the tiniest little bit dinged up there, but other than that, it's absolutely fine. So I think for £4, I'm really pleased, really pleased with that. And so that's everything that I've got to share with you. So I think my favourite purchase of this month has been kind of the cute and cozy books that I was surprised with. These alcohol markers, oh, it's hard to choose. These pencils as well, but it is hard to choose a favourite thing because I do love everything that I've bought, and I can see some of the things once I've used them up, like if I ever use these up completely, I can see me buying these again because they are really nice to use. And I will be doing a video showing these in a bit more detail as well. So that's everything that I've got to share with you. So like I mentioned earlier, if there's any books, kind of especially any of the cute and cozy books that you would like to do a buddy colour with me, on, please get in touch. It'd be lovely to hear from you, lovely to set a buddy colour up. Like I say, it might be that you're a bit busy at the minute and you want to do it later on in the year, and that's absolutely fine. We could pencil it in for, you know, September, October, November, depending on how organised you like to be. So thank you so much for watching me. Of course, don't forget to click like, drop a comment, and of course subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. So take care everyone, catch you in the next one.